the fattest and most retarded.
Shopping cart
I am loving the enthusiasm today.
Woo! What's up, Jason?
Hello.
Welcome, everybody, to another installment of Renegade Shopping Cart. I feel like a fucking ring announcer right now.
I mean, you practically get paid to say the same thing over and over and over
Right?
again.
And it's the same thing. I'm just not getting paid for this.
At least it stays fresh because it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it's not like it's the first time you're doing it today. We're starting the episode from here. We forgot to record the last little segment that we were recording. So we're going to restart. We're taking it from the top. A little behind the scenes action here.
Episode 10.
Episode 10.
You knew it was going to happen.
I know.
We
Double
made
digits.
it. Double digits, something fucks up.
Something.
It happens.
Yep.
It happens, big boy.
I think we're in 14 countries last time I checked.
Dude, we're
killing
wildin'.
it,
We
yeah.
have like one person in 14 different countries.
Yeah, I mean, it might not be many people.
It's probably the same person just traveling through countries.
Or they have the VPN.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so like
Maybe.
I know someone, I'm not going to name them.
Not a name
But
drop.
they have one in like Iceland or something.
Damn.
But
Respect.
Iceland hasn't popped up on our thing, so yo no say, big boy.
Yo, no say, big boy. So what's going on today, man? What are we doing? We haven't been together in a hot minute.
In a hot minute, first let's start the celebration.
A celebration.
So Anthony here, everybody,
I'm Rick James, bitch.
got a big promotion today. Big boy promotion. Oh, that
Wrong fucking one.
Oh, we don't have an
We don't have the
applause.
laugh, bro,
I
or the
thought-
applause.
Yeah, I thought we had the applause.
No. Yeah.
We have a laugh. I fucked up. Well, you have a promotion.
Yeah, bro.
Good job.
Thank you, man.
How do you feel?
I feel like a big boy.
Yeah?
I feel weird because there's a level of like when you're a young adult and you're like, yeah, fuck work. And then when you become a man
Yeah.
and you're or woman or neither,
Or neither.
fuck it, whatever you want to be.
become a
I support.
person. You become a person.
You become a grown up and you still feel that fuck work vibe. It's just now you're getting more money for it.
And I would love to talk about that mentality a bit, but first let's get into the
celebration.
celebratories.
So yeah, this is today, and I didn't know this was happening until earlier today.
No.
And I may or may not have fucked Jason over, which is why you're looking at that. But
Do you want to tell her or do you want me to tell it?
well, let's start off by
Okay.
saying your boy is celebrating with a wonderful Julian hard cider.
Okay.
Brought to you by the fine folks of Julian, California.
All I hear is that you want a Julian hard dick in your ass because that is not. It's not a manly drink.
That's a fucking great drink, and I don't.
Great drink.
I've had a long day. It's a
Making
great
up
drink,
words.
and I don't conform to fucking gender roles.
He's making some money and he's making
you
up words.
asshole.
Yep.
So, what are you doing there? What's going on?
So in
Is this a
passing-
Jason Rudrud original?
In passing today, when we were with each other prior to this.
Yeah, because we work together.
Yep. Recently.
So, like, we
recently.
never get a break from each other.
No.
That's why we hate each other.
Interestingly enough, though, I was so happy for you. I said, let's have some beer on the podcast. And then I said, do you want me to pick something up? And you said, no, I have beer at home.
Yeah,
And what did you mean by that?
I realize now in your position why you would assume that me saying that means I have beer for you.
Right?
But I don't.
Yeah. So what he meant is I have a beer. And then what it turned out to be is I have a hard cider, which isn't even beer. So I didn't pick up anything. So I'm gonna teach you guys the Rudrud way of doing things here. We got some Tito's handmade vodka, and as always we got Waterloo.
Special Waterloo.
Yeah, and in terms of the alternatives, right? You're offering me Smirnoff Ice.
To be fair, none of these are my drinks. These are all my significant others.
Yeah, you're offering me Mike's Hard Lemonade.
It's not lemonade. It's hard mango.
Oh, even worse. And I said, no, we have to have a Waterloo at least on the episode. I mean, they are a wonderful sponsor to us.
So what? You have to chug half that bottle.
No. So here's what we're going to do, okay? I'm going to cheers you now, and then we're going to cheers later, okay? I'm going to take my first sip of this, but the first sip has to be a cheers sip. So let's...
All right, bro.
Let's
to
go
the
ahead.
celebration. We're going to cheers you guys. 10 episodes. Cheers. We're celebrating my promotion and you just being a fuck up.
I'm just happy.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So now what we're going to do here.
They sell these at Fraser Farms.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're so good. That's where I got it.
So what you do is you take a capful.
You're going to spill all over my table.
I'm not. You take a capful of the alky. You kind of cover this a little bit. And you swirl hard.
So you're going to spill on my carpet.
No, it's not spilling any. Do you see any drops spilled?
I mean,
And now it's a beverage.
I'm already drunk.
Hey, there you go.
It's a beverage. Gucci?
Yeah, it's a fine drink.
Gucci
I think
Mane.
I might have to add another little capful, but
You might.
it's a fine drink.
We'll rock it and roll it. So we haven't talked to each other in like 2 weeks.
Right? I've been away.
If you guys don't remember, last time we did a podcast, we talked about Jason going to Tennessee
Yeah, we talked about my travels.
and being the only 10 I see.
Yep. Third time's a charm. We talked about the traveling I've been doing.
So
and
where'd you go this time?
So I went to Las Vegas for my birthday.
Yeah, you got Corona?
Nope. I'm immune, bro. I already had it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
But went to Las Vegas, stayed at a... I'll make it quick, but I'm going to give you the spiel because it has to be said. Okay.
I'm scared.
We got a hotel on perks at work. I think that's a very common, like most companies offer some types of perks.
Perks at work, yeah.
Yeah. And so we found a hotel pretty cheap, heavily discounted. We saw the average price was still, whatever. Cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. It's all good. Anyway.
Cut this next part out.
Okay.
Fuck off!
I might leave that in.
Go lay down.
Jeez, I'm Mr. Nice Guy.
Continue.
I'm going to leave that in. But...
I don't abuse my animals, I promise.
So we show up to Vegas, 9 p.m., right? About a 5-hour drive. We hit some traffic. Didn't leave here. You always leave later than you expect.
I don't.
Right? But
I'm always on time.
me, with Crystal, there's no fucking on time. I've never been on time to anything with that woman.
Well, you've never been on time to anything without her either.
That's true. I run on my own time. Anyway, we get there late. We go to check in. It's like a 1/4-mile walk, so we're carrying all of our bags and shit
What the fuck?
from the parking to the hotel.
Why did you do that?
That's just where their parking was. We get to the hotel, we get inside, no one's like wearing a mask, the floors are dirty. And let me say this, I had to pee so bad, but we were stuck in traffic, so I didn't want to like wait to go pull off and blah, blah, blah. And I was holding in this pee for almost 2 hours. We get and we park at the hotel. The parking lot that they have for the hotel guests was so dirty. I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to pee right here. Like in the
Public
open.
urination, bro?
Yeah. And
That's public indecency.
normally you have to go behind a tree or something for that.
You just...
It was so fucking filthy. I was like, my clear pee's not going to do anything that isn't already here. Right? And I took the longest fucking pee of my life.
What did Crystal do? She was just sitting there
I
shaking
think
her head.
she took a picture of me. No, she was laughing. Right as I'm finishing up, the first car passes us and sees me, so it's like perfect timing. And so we walk. We get into the hotel. It was so bad that we were like, let's just cancel our reservations here and let's go to a different hotel. So we ended up dropping like triple the price that we were paying on a very nice hotel. And then it turns out the hotel we were staying in was where we had dinner reservations the next night, so it all worked out perfect. But like, yeah, dude, I stayed at a bougie hotel.
Which one?
It's called the Aria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And so we were there. We met up with my brother and his girlfriend. We went out to a really nice dinner at Catch.
Nice.
Yeah, real expensive. Thank you guys for the dinner. I mean,
Oh, they paid for it?
they paid for
that's
it.
nice.
It was so nice. I
That's
didn't expect it
nice.
either. And I tried oysters for the first time. It was all
Ew.
good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean,
I mean,
after a couple tequila shots, it was good. I don't know about if I was sober.
Might give you some oysters later.
Right. But yeah, so Vegas was a lot of fun, lost a lot of money, but great time.
It's Vegas.
Yeah, it's
Vegas.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. It was your birthday.
We drove away day after my birthday to Utah, where my dad resides currently. He's retired. He just travels. He has a nice RV van. He has a good setup. So we met up with him for like 4 days. Went to Zion and Bryce, and we're camping on BLM land. You know what that is? It's just like free public land that you could camp on for 14 days. They just don't like it's, but like this land was right outside of a little town. So it's not like you're removed from anywhere. And it was really cool because like the camping spot that we got was right on, his cat's crazy. But the camping spot we got was right on an overlook to a river. It was beautiful. Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw some of the IG posts. It looked nice. It looked fun.
It was cool. I've never seen rocks like that. We saw goats, just
Oh.
wild mountain goats climbing
Nice.
like straight up cliffs.
That's crazy.
It was pretty wild, yeah.
I never understood how they did that.
I don't know. There's something in their hooves.
I guess
They
so.
just-
Hooves.
Hooves.
You say that weird. It's hoofs.
Is it?
Yeah.
Potato, tomato. I don't know, bro.
No, those are two different words.
You win
but
some,
I'll-
you lose some. I don't know. Yeah, so
I'll
I
let
was
you have that
gone
one.
I was gone for about a week. Came back, and here we are.
Here we are.
Yep.
Oh man,
How was your week?
I missed you.
thanks.
It was shit.
Hmm?
I mean, not really shit because I worked a long week
Yep.
and basically I was waiting the entire week because I knew. So I did the interview for the promotion, and I was waiting the entire week. Bro. It's gonna smell like fucking vodka in my house now, and my girlfriend's gonna come home and be like, "What the fuck did you
Bro,
guys
you're
do?"
telling me my shirt's gonna smell like vodka. I'm gonna get pulled over.
The cop's gonna be like, "Bro, what'd you do?"
I'll say it's hand sanitizer. Just spilled a bunch.
That's fair. Anyway, I spent the entire week expecting an answer from the interview that I did,
Right?
and they literally waited till the end of the week.
Yeah.
Today's Friday. We're recording this.
And I want to say sorry because the information that I found out was before I went on my vacation
Well,
via my girlfriend.
I know, but what information do you feel like was incorrect?
I knew all of the answers the whole time.
Well, yeah.
You had a stressful week, you're saying. I feel like I could have let you in a little earlier and you could have been
Oh,
excited
man.
for
I'm
it.
happy you did. Yeah, so Jason found out the results of my interview. But, Michelle's going to listen to this. She's going to yell at you. You think she'll care at this point?
Hypothetically. Yeah, let's just skip it. I mean, let's skip it.
You think you'll get in trouble?
That was perfect. I mean, what we said was enough. You all get it.
You started it.
We're going to cut this, but we're going to leave in the part of you yelling at your dogs.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Anyway, so
Anywho. Yeah, it was a stressful week waiting to find out, like, the results of my interview.
mhm.
And then I finally found out today, and I feel very relieved.
Yeah. It was beautiful how it happened. I mean, everything was perfect timing. It was
pretty good. Yeah.
Yep, and all the homies were there, so it was a grand time. Like it was I think it was perfect.
There was two people missing though. Diana and James.
Diana and James.
I
Yeah.
wish they could have been there.
Yeah.
And Russell had already left, but
Yeah, Russ. Big Russ.
big Russ.
Yeah.
But anyway. It is what it is.
Yeah. Great day overall.
Yeah.
You're leaving. Where we currently are, let's just say, and then
I'm gone.
And
Gone like the wind.
And one of those people you mentioned is moving and taking your place. So
Yeah.
it's gonna
In
be
theory.
Yep, it's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be a great time.
Everything.
You're running the show now. You're taking my place.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was like levels above you, and then I left to become levels above where I was at, and then,
And then you got fucked
Quit
over
that
there?
because I got
and you came back
Yeah.
and you were levels below me.
And now I'm just sucking.
And now
my
you're trying
dick.
to keep up.
Yeah, I'm like fingering my own ass, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, what do I do here? Everyone's leaving.
I told you not to go, bro. I told you
I
not to
know,
go.
It's all good.
Anywho, you live and you learn.
You live and learn.
You win some, you lose some. Potato, tomato.
That's what I'm saying. Potato, tomato, bro. That's where it's at. Underrated.
Oh my Anyway.
I put some more in this.
Oh, man. So this episode will be coming to you guys on Tuesday. It will drop.
Tuesday, I think, honestly, this is going to be the closest from record to air that we've ever done.
It's going to be the most
I'm a little
up
stressed,
to date.
I'll be honest, but it's going to be chill.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, now that Jason's not off in fucking Iceland butt fucking fucking Yeti, we'll be able to start coming out with some pretty consistent content.
But we're both leaving in July.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both gone in July.
So we'll pre-record some stuff for that.
Yeah, we'll have some good stuff, but
be cool.
That's the next vacations and stuff. So you said something earlier about like the mentality that you have of, you know, you got a promotion, but now you have to still stay focused on the task.
Yeah.
And like realistically, all the promotion means is like, oh shit, now I have to work harder. Because now you're going to be stepping into some new territory. You're going to be, whether you think so or not, I mean.
I don't know if I really view it the same way.
Okay.
I think work harder is a loose term.
Right.
Because the reality of the situation is I have worked as hard as I deemed necessary for the past 3 years to try to get this promotion. I don't feel like I am going to exert any more effort. I feel like my effort is just going to be a lot more focused, if that makes sense. Because in the position I had to worry about such a broad array of things. And I had to do it basically on my own with someone telling me I needed to do it. And moving up to the next level, I become the person that is then managing everyone watching broad array of things. Right. So it's not necessarily putting in more effort. It's exerting my focus in a different way.
Right. It's more, it becomes less of like because what you do now, I mean, it's not like manual labor, but it's pretty physical.
Yeah.
Right? Like what you're doing is like, you have to put in the physical work, and now you have to start developing all of that mental work.
Yeah.
Right. And
it's
like,
very organized.
Yeah.
I have to be extremely organized.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, for two reasons. One, because I think I will be able to develop the tools quickly and effectively. Mm-hmm. And two, because I think developing those tools will also help me in my personal life.
Yes.
So that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, going to work, fucking doing my day-to-day every day.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot more like of a broad like planning and organizing and maintaining and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I find it pretty. When I got my opportunity that I recently left, but like during that time, I found like such a deep passion that I had for leadership.
Yeah.
And like you're already conveying a lot of the same traits that you're going to need in leadership, but when you start to rethink things in a different way, because now you have, instead of having like, I don't want to get too specific of like what we do, but instead of
managing a handful of people at one time,
you have to manage everyone at all times.
Yeah.
And it's so different. Like it's so much, but it's so much fun too.
Yeah.
Like the stress is such a good stress.
I feel it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for you both. I think it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be fun. And you're not going to be far behind us.
Not going to be far behind you.
So,
yeah, I mean, I was telling Crystal this, and we can move on after I say this, but I was saying, like, I'm so happy for you both, and I get that it's your day, but, like, it's so encouraging to me because I know I'm so much better than both of you guys combined, right? And, I mean, it's just... It really was a day for me as well, and
and we're moving on before I fucking strangle Jason.
I'm just kidding.
It's okay. He's going to get strangled at home later on.
It's all good. Yeah. Celebratory Strangle. That's going to be the name of my first album.
Oh, my God. Well, speaking of Crystal strangling you, what do you guys do when you go shopping?
Okay, so... that awful segue, but this comes...
That was a great segue!
Right, this comes from... I sent you... I think I wrote a note, or I sent you a text or something. We're shopping for our Vegas trip.
You didn't do anything.
We're shopping for the Vegas trip.
You didn't fucking do anything.
All right, and...
I didn't get a text.
She's buying a dress because we're going out.
No note in front of me.
So she's buying it. She has to buy a dress. We find some dresses, some
Obviously.
options.
You got to ball out when you're going to Vegas.
Yeah. And then she needs shoes for the one
yeah.
dress that she'll never wear.
Just found out she was going to come into a lump sum of money. Come on, man.
Yeah, and then so there's that, and then there's like, oh well, I need a day dress. That's not the dinner dress. I get it. I see her point. I mean, like when you get there and you're around all the other actually rich people, and we're just pretending to be the rich people. Like you get there and like you don't want to feel underdressed because then you feel out of place, and when you feel out of place, you're not having as good of a time as you could.
I'm gonna give you a counter argument.
Okay.
Were you guys raised better off or worse off?
I was very poor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Because so was I.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, walking into a fine dining establishment in a t-shirt and shorts, the most satisfying feeling ever.
Yeah, not to me.
Really?
Yeah, but
You're not a punk like I am. I'm a true punk.
Yeah, there's a difference. Like when we talk about like how you were in high school and stuff, like you were like outwardly with how you feel.
Yeah.
Right. And with me, like, I don't know if you ever noticed, I wore plain shit.
Yeah.
Like fashion for me is just a plain shirt and plain pants. Like I don't mix.
You don't like to stand out.
I like to have control of it. And I feel like if I were to have like, the painted nails or something or the black hair,
so
then like
literally shooting on me in high school.
Well, I'm just saying like all my I mean those were all my friends, right?
That's fair.
But like I just felt like the reason I couldn't do it is cuz you're now giving up that control, because now no matter how you're feeling in that moment, you have no control. You're already standing out in some way.
I don't know about that, bro, because in like the way my brain understood it was I am going to do what I want. And at the time being, we're talking about high school, what I wanted to do was to stand out and to be noticed and to piss people off.
But you were also playing music.
Yes. But the reason I wanted to do that is because when you piss someone off, they feel a fake sense of control over what you should do. So for example, say you're a person that's a bitch and you get pissed off and feel like you can gain control over me.
Right.
So I'm wearing bright colors. I have dyed hair, tight jeans. I wore Yo Gabba Gabba shoes in high school, bro.
I don't even know what those are.
I went hard. Say I go up and I'm walking by you and it pisses you off. 9 times out of 10, people in high school will stop you in your tracks and say, what the fuck are you?
They said that to you?
Yeah, all the time.
Really? Did you get was there bullying at your school?
No, because I knew how to handle it. There wasn't really bullying, but like I also knew how to handle being bullied.
Right.
Because I was as much the punk as I was the joker. So like people would come up and say stupid shit like that, and I'd be like, all right, dude, whose dick am I sucking first? Ha ha ha, I'll get on my knees.
Right.
And people would be like, oh, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And walk away. Or I'd be like, I wear whatever the fuck I want, deal with it. And people would be like, oh.
Yeah.
Fuck, okay. Because like that satisfaction of just shutting someone down is like, it was my shit in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, it wasn't really the fact of like where we come from. It's just when you...
I guess I get it. Like you want to actually enjoy the experience. It's more about the experience than anything.
Yeah, like we just wanted to kind of...
You wanted to feel fancy.
Yeah, and you want to fit in. You just kind of want to adapt to your environment in that moment.
See, it's that phrase.
Yeah.
It's the phrase.
Adapt to the environment.
Fitting in.
Oh, fitting in.
I've never agreed with that phrase.
Yeah, I don't mean it in that sense of...
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just the phrase and what it is.
Yeah.
My brain has never,
right.
clicked with it.
But I will say, like, when we got there and we were walking up to our room, and I was wearing like thongs and like shorts and a shirt.
No?
Why,
But, okay.
What do you mean?
You were wearing thongs?
Like flip-flops.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
That's just like sandals or something.
No. That's a thong?
That's what you call them.
No. A thong is women's underwear.
No, they call them thongs.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's what they're called, bro.
People listening to this episode,
They're called thongs.
tell me I'm right.
Anyway, so we're walking up from the car, like we were just dressed like shit, and then like you feel like shit. Like when you're like you were carrying all these bags and we look like we just fucking drove 8 hours and like I don't know.
Well, you did.
I know.
Who fucking
But
cares?
sometimes, yeah, it just felt good to dress up.
Okay.
Anyway, so we're
I mean, yeah,
shopping.
dress
We're
up, do it.
shopping, right? I don't need anything. I have a nice suit already tailored to me, and like I got it a couple years ago and whatever. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna wear, right? And I rocked the hell out of a suit. I'll tell you that. My butt stands out. Girls like a nice butt.
Dude, you're telling the wrong guy. One, I don't own a suit, or I kind of own a suit. And two, I have zero ass.
Dude, my butt is so big.
Dude.
Anyway. Anyway, so we're shopping, right? And when you go shopping to buy clothes, like, and you're trying it on,
I know where this is going.
But how do you try on clothes?
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I walk up, I say, this is good, it's in my size, put it in the cart.
Yeah, and if not, I'll fucking figure it out.
I'll bring it back.
If I could return it, then great. If I can't, then fuck it. I'll
throw it away.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. What, $15? Okay.
I'll give it to my brother.
Yeah. And so
oh, man.
she's trying on all these things.
Yep.
But not only that, she's in the aisle, like right outside the aisle, and they have a mirror for you to try the thing on there and look in the mirror. So everyone's...
They don't have a mirror in the changing room?
Well, they do, but I'm saying like that, like if you don't need to get naked, if you're just trying on like a shirt or like, let's say a sweatshirt, you can just throw it on real quick and then look in the mirror at yourself instead of having to go to the fitting room.
Okay.
Like you're just in the
Yeah,
aisle.
okay, I get it.
They're all doing this. And I'm just like, guys will never have the confidence to try something on, look at themselves in the mirror in the fucking middle of the store where everyone else can see them and be like, does this look good? Does, you know?
I think guys aren't comfortable with sexuality as a whole. I think that's why.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, I think there's also a stigma like, oh, why should guys care about fashion? And I know it's like girls find it attractive when a guy does care about fashion, but I'm just saying, like, all of these fucking girls are like holding things up, like, you know, holding a dress up over themselves, like in front of the mirrors and stuff. And I'm sitting here watching this, and I'm watching all of these guys just like look at a shirt and be like, large? Okay. And then go straight to the fucking checkout. And they have mirrors too in the guys section, but no one uses them.
Yeah, it was a waste of money to put mirrors in that section.
No one fucking uses them.
Yeah, you're
right.
Like,
you're
100% right.
I'm a confident person.
Yeah.
But I will never have the confidence to like try something on and like check myself out in public. Like I don't use a mirror to fix my hair in public. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but I do understand it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
I don't do the same thing, but
Yeah.
I understand your headspace.
Yeah. I just think like it's so weird how girls are just so comfortable in that environment.
Yeah, well,
Isn't that
I mean,
strange?
I don't know if it's necessarily sad. I don't know if it's necessarily degrading or any whatever it may be. But that's kind of the stigma, right? Is like women care a lot more about fashion and a lot more about clothing and stuff theoretically than men do. I don't think it's necessarily that way now because, you know, there's a lot of guys that you know, do care about fashion, which is cool. Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, female species tend towards the appearance.
Is that an actual fact?
Yeah. And I mean, it's not every species, but it's the most. Like most female, the
You're not talking
sex
about like
of
human
different-
species. You're talking about different species of living
most
organisms.
females in those different species will be the ones to tend towards different looks.
The appearance of the opposite sex.
Yeah, so like a lot of female birds will have like very colorful feathers and stuff, and the males will be kind of more tame. Or vice versa. I mean, there's a lot of instances vice versa, but it seems like the female sex is always tended towards more appearance-based stuff.
I could see that for sure. Because it's weird, like, even with, what's the fuck, like deer?
Yeah.
Like the giant male, what are they called? No, does are the women.
Bucks.
The giant male bucks have the huge fucking antler
They have bigger
sets.
antlers.
And then the female does.
But does have spots.
Yeah.
They have the
but
pretty
they don't
spots.
they don't have that, but they have the pretty spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah. Sexual dimorphism.
It's the same
That's what that
with
is.
moose, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's the same with most, those are called ungulates.
Okay.
The like just species that graze.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that like buffalo?
Buffalo are the same. Saw a lot in Utah.
Man, I'm on fire right now, guys.
Gotta
Get a couple drinks in me.
change
I'm
the
a
camera,
fucking,
bro.
Oh shit, yeah. Dude, so you know what I've been fucking you know what I've been watching a lot? So I've been YouTubing it up like all day every day now.
Mm-hmm.
I watch so much random shit on YouTube. But there's a couple YouTube like channels that are dedicated to like roller coasters, like crazy roller coasters around the world or crazy water parks around the world and shit. I've been getting a lot into that. I've always loved watching that shit and thinking about doing it and then always being a bitch and never doing it. But I've been getting into some fucking roller coaster accidents, bro. And man,
You're telling the wrong person. That's my biggest fear.
Bro, you want to really solidify the fact that you will never ride a roller coaster in your life.
I'm so happy.
You watch these fucking videos.
I'm already happy.
Granted, like 90% of them aren't even from the fucking US.
Right.
Which is weird to think about. I don't know if you have this happen to you as well, but like when I think about, at least in the realm of theme parks, I think about like Disneyland, Disney World. I think about Universal Studios. I think about SeaWorld.
Yeah,
whatever.
you don't think about the random one in Japan and Singapore.
Or even throughout the US. There's so many like no-name parks in the middle of like fucking Kansas.
Yeah, I know there's a really good one
Missouri,
in Pennsylvania
like
or something.
random shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck? And some of them are like well-renowned.
Right.
You know, like the one in Pennsylvania you're talking about is well-renowned.
I think that has like the fastest one in the U.S. or something.
Some shit. I think it's
yeah, I only
could be wrong.
think it's Six Flags and Disneyland.
Right?
Knott's Berry Farm.
But like you don't think there is roller coasters outside of that. But
Yeah, I
there's
guess
like
so.
a huge niche for it, like in Europe, in Japan, and in Russia.
In Russia.
Weird.
Yeah, that sounds.
It's weird. I saw a fucking video. If I can find it, I'll find it and I'll put it on the next podcast, maybe. I saw a fucking video. It was this theme park in Russia, right? And there's this ride that is a rocket ship, and it has people in groups of 2 lining this rocket ship. And it's open dome, nothing on top. And it's like a pendulum. So it's a big tower with an arm like this and an arm holding like a metal wire with the rocket on it. And it pulls this so the rocket starts going higher and higher.
Mm-hmm.
And then it fucking swings. It just goes in a circle. It's like fucking 5 stories off the ground. Just flying, dude. It's like 50 feet off the fucking ground, just going in a fat circle. Not only is this thing going fast and like free roaming the entire park because it's so long, the fucking rocket ship spins on an open axis.
Yeah, no. In the words of Randy Jackson, it's a no for me, dog. I'm not doing that shit. That's crazy.
It's wild. You want to know what happened to it?
I could only guess.
Not what you think.
What happened?
It didn't go full Final Fantasy. But one of the support wires, because it has a support wire on both sides of the rocket ship, right?
Yeah.
Holding each of the ends so the rocket can spin freely on the axis. One of the support wires completely snapped. Thing fell and was like, it didn't show the video. It just kind of explained what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rocket ship hit the middle support beam, like the big tower in the middle spinning it, but they were held in a vertical position for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
While fire and rescue came to get them. They said like half the people on the fucking coaster were injured and one of them died. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, why are we waiting?
Shit,
Why are
it's
we doing
fucking
that?
wild, dude. Fucking Russia.
So crazy.
Fucking Russia.
I don't understand the people that like the thrill seekers that need to go on that stuff.
The ones like Disneyland and Universal and things like that.
The safe ones.
Yeah, because they're like checked 1 million times before anyone can ride them, and they're checked every single day.
And if something happens at any of the roller coasters in Disneyland, you could just, walk away.
Yeah.
Like you could just step off of the coaster and then you're chilling. But I mean, that's so crazy. I'm never.
There was a fucking another one in England.
And
And it was called the Smiler, which is really weird. It held the record for most loops in a single series. So on one go, from beginning to end, it had the most full loops. And it was weird because it was a very condensed track.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just like random loops like lining within the actual track. So what happened on this one was during a morning test run, one of the carts failed a safety inspection. So their protocol was to pull it off the track and dock it. Well,
Someone's feeling lazy, I bet.
fucking idiot didn't dock it.
Yeah.
So this fucking coaster is going straight into the back of an empty coaster. The bad thing, they had an open leg section in the front row with just a support bar. So it hits the back of the coaster in front of it, and the support bar completely crunches. 2 people lost one of their legs. Everyone on the cart was injured. Nobody died.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just why I stay off of it.
It's crazy.
It's so dumb.
I've been so addicted to
They're
these videos.
so dumb.
But like the videos of the cool ones are crazy, dude. Like these ones that go like straight up 200 feet and then just drop straight down. I'm like,
I'm not convinced.
it's so cool.
You want to go do that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to skydive?
Yeah.
Maybe
I've wanted to skydive. I'm going to backtrack. I'm not going to look like a high and mighty asshole right now.
Yeah.
There was a very long time where I was a complete fucking wuss about roller coasters and thrill and all that kind of shit,
And
right?
nothing's wrong with that, by the way. If that's what you are, nothing's wrong. I mean,
There's really nothing wrong with that. Teach their own. But it was like in high school when I got over it and I was just down for whatever. So like at that point I was like, I need to go skydiving as soon as I turn 18. I'm fucking doing it. I'm getting my group of
Yeah.
friends. We're going.
never happened.
It never really happened. It never got brought up. It wasn't like I was given the opportunity and said no. It was just kind of like it never went into fruition.
Yeah.
And I never went out of my way to do it.
My friend Jack told me he was so excited to skydive.
Until you get in the fucking plane and,
And
are
he,
about
and
to
he
jump
was
out of the plane.
nervous and stuff. And he went and he watched the footage of it back over and all the stuff. Landed safe. Everything happened fine. He said it was so scary that it made him not want to do it again. And normally, like when you're scared of something like a roller coaster and you go on one and then you live, you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. I could go on more, right? Normally you're so scared to go skydiving the first time that you're more willing to go again because you see the safety of it. You see it works. But he said it was so scary that it makes him not want to go again.
I can believe it.
And that scared me even worse. So I'm not gonna. I'm fine.
What if our entire audience said we need to do it?
I'll do it.
Yeah?
I've thought about doing it, but I don't know if I.
Would you do it with me?
I'll do it. Yeah.
You guys heard it here. If you guys can get enough fucking reaction to this video,
Yeah.
Jason will go skydiving.
I need like 1,000 emails. Then I'll do it.
You heard it here first, folks. The target is 1,000 emails, and Jason and I'll go skydiving. We'll record the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll do it drunk too. I'll do anything.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm a bitch, bro. I don't have a big amount of like.
You're not a thrill seeker.
I'm not an adrenaline junkie. Like I don't
Yeah.
care.
I don't like adrenaline.
I like it when it's fun.
I compare the feeling of adrenaline to the feeling of anxiety.
Are you an anxious person?
Yeah, I have chronic anxiety.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like have to take anything for it or something?
I'm supposed to.
Damn. I've never experienced anxiety. I
You
mean,
probably, the reality is you probably have. Your body probably just didn't react in a severe way. So you
Right.
didn't like really process what it is.
but the only time I've ever had like a panic attack it was a bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah,
It's not a good time.
I was coming off of acid
Oh.
and I couldn't sleep. And it was like 6 hours into the trip and all my friends were asleep at this point. And I couldn't fall asleep. And like normally you'll go to sleep, you'll wake up, you feel like a little hungover type thing. and then you go back to your life, right? Like you can't really trust the world. My friend put it real nicely. He was like, you can't, after like a psychedelic trip, like it takes a day or two until you could trust the world again. It's kind of, that was a fun way to put it, but I couldn't fall asleep, so I was up all night. I was up for more than 24 hours at this point. Everyone else wakes up and they want to go to Denny's. And I feel like I can't tell if I'm tripping or not, right? Because I have all like the restlessness of being up for so long and like the anxiety of that. And we were getting in the car and it was already like 90 degrees at like 9 in the morning in LA. It gets hot as fuck in LA. And we're getting in the car and I get this phone call and it says caller ID blocked, right? And it was the IRS calling about something for my taxes, right? I don't know if it was a scam or what, but I didn't know at the point. So I answer it and they were like, oh, can you confirm your address? And I was like, no, who's calling? And they said something, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. And so I hung up. They called me again and I answer again and they were like, oh, we blah, blah, blah. Like we know, like we just need to confirm a couple things before we could process something. And like the service was so bad. Anyway, I didn't know who this was calling me. And they kept asking for personal information. And I felt the need to like figure out who it was. And so like it was this back and forth for like 30 minutes. I kept getting these phone calls from them.
Jesus.
And dude, I thought I was losing my mind because everyone else was like, dude, we got to go to Denny's. Like they're in the car ready. And I was supposed to be the driver. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was so confused and lost. I had like a panic attack. It was so bad.
I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah.
It was your own dumbass fault.
Yeah. That's the only time I ever felt like
I can imagine picking up the phone. The IRS is like, hey, we just need to confirm your address. You're like, no, dude, I don't trust you. I got to get to Denny's. I'm sorry. You just zoom out.
No, I was so locked in it, though. I was so like convinced that I needed to take the phone call every time. I hated it. And they knew my name, too, like Jason Rudrud. And I was like,
you're like,
yes. Is this
thought
the
you were in
Matrix?
Men in Black.
Yeah, I was so confused. Yeah, that was the only time.
Oh,
I
man.
had a panic attack.
Yeah, well,
You
I've had a
must
couple,
lose them. Really?
but yeah.
Crystal gets them sometimes.
It sucks, man.
Yeah, it doesn't look fun.
You should hold your girlfriend dearly when she is going through that.
Yeah, I had to learn how to like be there.
Yeah. It's weird because
At first I just got mad.
yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to sleep. It's 2 a.m.
Fucking asshole.
I mean, that was years ago. I didn't know what to do.
Your fucking girl.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. No,
But
see,
I'm very nice now.
I have a severe condition where like I haven't had this happen in a long time. I'm pretty good at controlling things now, but it happened a lot in high school. I have a severe condition where I'll get seizures. I'll have anxiety-induced seizures. So like if my anxiety gets too overboard, I will literally start convulsing.
That kind of sounds sick, though.
Yeah, the first time it happened, I was on Skype. So this is going to sound really fucking corny. I used to Skype with Angela every night to go to sleep, and we'd leave Skype on overnight, and it would be like we were sleeping together.
That's creepy.
It's just what we did.
It's
We
cute.
did that like all throughout high school.
Yeah.
So the first time it happened, I was on Skype with her. She woke up because she heard me, called my mom. My mom came into the room. I vaguely remember it all.
Uh-huh.
I remember seeing things happening, but I remember not being able to control what I was doing. My mom ended up calling the paramedics. So I got escorted to the hospital in an ambulance because I couldn't stop convulsing. And I was in ER overnight, and they were like, hey, you need to go see your, your PT.
I don't know what that is. Primary doctor?
That one, your primary. They were like, you need to go talk to your primary. We're going to send her all the results from our tests. And I sat down with my primary, and she was like, dude, you're fucked. And I was like, what? Keep in mind, I'm like a sophomore in high school at this point. She told me, so I have 2 mental disorders, technically. I have major recurrent depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder. So I've gotten good. Like, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we've been friends for what, 2-3 years now?
Uh-huh.
And I'm assuming you never would have guessed it.
No.
Like I've
I know
gotten
you're freaking
fucked up.
you're on some type of spectrum.
Yeah, I'm fucked up, bro. I'm a member of the NRA. But yeah, it's a thing. It really is. So like
feel it.
when Crystal is having moments,
Yeah.
don't take them lightly.
Right. No, I don't.
And that goes to all you fucking assholes out there that don't believe it.
Yeah.
People say they got anxiety or depression. Don't be a fucking dick.
Yeah. She found.
That's
she
me
found,
speaking openly.
It used to be really bad
Yeah.
with her. Like it would be very bad.
Yeah.
But she found a lot of ways to like mitigate it, like constant exercise and.
Yeah, there's
stuff
definitely way. Like my biggest thing is making sure my brain is occupied at all times.
Yes.
Like if I have downtime, I have to be doing something. And like you can ask Angela. Like if I get really anxious, I start fucking cleaning. Like I'll clean the whole house top to bottom. And she'll just like she'll let me do it. And after I'm done, I kind of and she's like, "Okay, are you okay? You want to talk?"
You know what I have to do? Like if I know I have a lot of cleaning to do, I have to I purposefully put myself in a upset mood.
To get upset?
Yeah, I'll make myself mad and then I'll be cleaning. Like I'll be like, I can't believe I have to be the one to fucking I'll just start telling myself all this.
I get mad that Crystal doesn't clean.
Yeah,
so
yeah, I just get
clean.
mad. And I keep it all internal, but then I start cleaning. And then by the time you're done cleaning, I feel so fucking good. Yeah. I feel great. I feel like it's like I put a weight on my shoulders and I took it off and then I'm just chilling again.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
It's good.
Yeah.
And that's basically the number one thing anyone tells you to do is to make sure you have an outlet per se. And like day-to-day outlets being, music, exercise, cleaning, blah, blah, blah. And then like I personally believe unless you just aren't a creative person, which most people are and just don't realize.
Yeah.
I do believe you need a major creative outlet.
Yeah.
Like for me, it was the band and now this.
Right.
And then like for my fucking best friend's girlfriend, it's art. Mm-hmm. She does a lot of art.
Yeah.
So it's like just random things.
Yeah. I mean, we're creative beings.
Like it inherently,
I think
humans are creative.
You always have to be working towards something. And I think people get so comfortable with the idea that
that's a better way to put it.
Like that notion that like everyone's perfect how they are, I don't like it. Like I get why we say it and I understand like if you're super hard on yourself, like you probably shouldn't be for if it's a detriment to you.
Yeah.
But like we all have to be progressing at something.
Yeah.
Right? Like whether it's weightlifting, whether it's like getting your mile time down, whether it's getting better at writing music or,
getting better at
starting
your job,
any
getting
passion.
a promotion.
Yeah, no matter what it, like you have to be actively working towards something and on something.
Yeah.
I think people that don't have that, I notice that they seem to have the worst mental states.
Yeah.
Overall.
Typically, and I don't mean any disrespect by this, but typically it's not just mental, it's physical states too.
Right.
Like typically people that don't strive for certain things, they typically are, how do I say this? They're
out of shape.
They're out of shape, but not like fat. They're just, they get.
It could go either way.
It could, or they have aches or muscle pain.
Yeah,
like
they have some type of physical issues.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I think when I was really young, I used to kind of look at super ripped guys in the gym and stuff. Or like I wouldn't even be in the gym, but people who like cared about going to the gym and stuff, I used to think like down on that. Like there were some like dumb like muscle juice heads. But now, dude, like I go to the gym and it's fucking I work my ass off and I can't fucking get ripped. I can't get that. Like they have to work so fucking hard to do that. Like professional athletes,
every single day.
There's a reason they get paid $10 million contracts, $100 million contracts. They literally work out 3 times a day. That's just working out.
It's
so
basically
their body's in good shape so they can start to
they can perform
in their role.
It's
like LeBron
dedicating
James,
their life to it.
Yeah, like LeBron James is in the gym probably 3 times a day. Not to mention he
on
probably
the court
practices
3 times a day.
3 times a day. Like it's insane to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And there's a reason, but like people just, when you see the juice head in a big truck, like you just think, I would have fucking tool.
What a tiny dick.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, no, dude, that dude knows struggle, right? And I mean, unless you cheat and he takes steroids.
I also think there's a mentality. I think like you being a gym rat is much different than a lot of people, you know?
Right.
Or I can't say a lot of people. I feel like there's a good amount of people that, you know, go to the gym with the intent of not only bettering themselves physically, but also mentally.
Mentally, dude, I get in such a better mood after a workout.
But I feel like there's also a good majority of people that, you know, go to the gym as fucking juice heads, you know?
Yeah.
That, you know,
yeah, it's always
have tiny dicks and
encouraging,
want to show
like,
off.
in the gym to see, like, fat people.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, or
100%.
old people who, like, you can tell, like, there's this old guy that lives right below us in my apartment complex, and I see him. He's always outside. He has a really nice hummingbird sipper, so, like, all these hummingbirds come up and drink the little nectar. He's always outside reading all day, every day. Him and his wife, like, they're retired and everything. But it was the first time I ever saw him in our gym. And I was like, damn, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like, he
wants to better himself.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this. I'm going to do something.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and I love that.
I'm super
love
down
that
with
about
that.
no matter what you're doing. Like, it could be drawing, it could be you know, learning how to work on your own car or whatever.
I got a funny gym story.
Let's hear it.
So I used to go to the gym, not a lot, but like frequently. So I'd go like every other day or whatever. So me and my buddy Parker we were at the gym one time, and this fucking guy, we were doing bicep curls. But it was like the seated with the pad right here, so you're kind of compressed, it's just focusing on biceps. So we're doing it, and this guy fucking comes over. He's ripped, smaller than us, but fucking jacked. And he walks over. He's like, "Yo, young lads, you want?" And I'm sorry, I don't mean any offense by the accent, but this is what he fucking sounded like. He's like, "Yo, young lads, you want me to show you how to do it better?" I was like, "What? I'm sorry?" And he was like, I'm gonna show you how to get jacked in more than one way." I was like, "All right, man, sure." He's like, "Watch out now." And he comes up, grabs the bar. He literally throws the fucking seat, like picks it up and throws it. He was like, "You're not only going to work on your arms, you're going to work on your abs and your titties." I was like, "I'm sorry?" And keep in mind, like, we were at a public gym.
Right.
It's packed, and this guy's just screaming titties in the middle of the fucking gym. I was like, I looked around, and everyone's like, I was like, "All right, fuck it."
Hell yeah.
And he's literally just standing there. He's doing the exercise. He's like, "See how I'm crunching my abs, so I'm getting a good workout right there. It also works up into your breast muscles." And he finishes the demonstration, puts the bar down, and he's like, "Now look at this. This ain't no lady titties right here. Lady titties are meant for the ladies." And he felt an infatuation with saying titties over and over and over again. He was like, "You want man titties. These are man titties."
Yeah.
I was like, "You got it, man.
Now,
Thank you."
Just by the accent, like, was this guy Asian?
No.
Was he?
He was African American.
Okay. Or just African. You don't know his nationality, like his origin.
Well, he lives in America, so.
Yeah. Or just American.
He is American.
You know, not all black people are from Africa. So African American is exclusionary to other black people who are from other parts of the world that don't reside in Africa. Like South America, like Brazil has a lot of black people. Like naturally, like Brazilians. They're just like, some of them are just black. So like African American is only referring to the people that come from Africa.
Is that true?
It's true. That's why a lot of black people just prefer black. Because you're just talking about, like, we're white or black. Like, you're just talking about it in a more general sense. African American just came about to be politically correct, but it's not.
It's not any more politically correct.
No, it's like exclusionary, and it's also assuming that all black people come from Africa. Now, all humans come from Africa, right? The species, but like you could, like, a lot of Brazilians are black.
Just inherently, or
inherently, yeah.
Are you sure there was no evolutionary chain that brought them from Africa to?
No, they're just on the same
South America.
It's on the same like longitude, latitude. It's just it's all about where you are.
Cancer.
Yeah, it's all about where you are relative to the sun. So like more like Ecuador, right? countries that are closer to the equator are going to be darker skinned because you get more sun exposure.
I feel like it also has to do with the environment, though.
Well,
Because different parts of the world, as far as latitude goes, also have different
it's sun
environments.
exposure. Yeah. So
It's not just sun exposure, though. It's actual physical environment. So, like, you know, people that live typically in sandy areas are going to inherently look different than people that live in forested areas.
but not in terms of skin color. So the only reason why there are black people is because melanin is in your skin, and so they have more melanin, right? And that's what turns them black. Now, what that melanin does, okay, we all have melanin in us, but they have a larger amount. What it does is it makes the sun's radiation less harmful to their skin. So that's why we get sunburnt a lot. Now, you can still be black and get sunburnt, but it's not as easy.
Yes, but inherently, if you were living in a more forested area of the world,
Right, you get less sun exposure because you have more shade. It's all about sun exposure. And it's not just like the individual, it's over like millennia.
well, that means that people, let's say, living in Brazil
Mm-hmm.
would have less melanin in their skin than people from Africa because there is more blocking the sun out there.
No, I mean, Brazil is it's not like 100% of Brazil that's forest. Like just
No,
they're
but
not
it's
all just chilling in
of-
shade.
No, but it's a vast majority, as opposed to the vast majority of Africa being.
Yeah, but where you're gonna live is not a forest. Like when you start a little society, it's not gonna be a forest because that a forest life is very hard. So they find plains.
Yeah, but it's descended down, right? Like,
Yeah, no,
it's not like.
I get what you're saying, but it's like sure, long time ago, those people came from Africa, but so did we.
Yeah.
Right? We just ended up. There was 3 different. This is like
It's
widely.
It's a very debated topic.
Right.
It's the point in time at which the phrase got adopted into the culture.
mm-hmm.
So technically speaking, every human being is African, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
We just attached the name incorrectly
Right.
to black people because
It's just trying to be
of the
politically
point in
correct.
time.
Yeah, I mean, like there's people.
Therefore, I apologize.
There's people from Mexico who are black. Like, dude, there's Mexicans that are darker than most of the
Well,
people that you
right.
call African American.
And like,
but yeah, it's
if they're-
just a weird thing that we do.
well, and it's like if they're living here, they're obviously American.
What's the difference if
They're
you're
made
born
a
here,
citizen,
you're American?
yeah,
I mean,
like
technically,
not
yeah,
even if you're born. If you're a
I know,
citizen
yeah.
of this country, you are American.
Yeah, but I would
And that's
think
it.
that like if you're gonna say you're Asian American, and I completely understand wanting to like rep your nationality,
Yeah.
right? So like I'm not trying to diminish that, but if you're gonna say you're Asian American, to me, what I think is that you were born in Asia and then you came here to become a citizen, right? Normally, I just think like if you're born
would
in
make
America,
sense.
no matter what you are, you're American.
Yeah.
Like there's no fucking difference. Now, sure, you can rep whatever culture you want and society you want and nationality, but like to me, you're just American. Like, were you born here? Yeah, American.
Yeah, I guess that would be like me walking around saying I'm a Russian American.
Right. I mean, you're never gonna do that. You just say I'm
just-
American.
I was born in America.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I guess
weird thing.
I don't know. It is a weird thing, huh?
Yeah.
All right. You know what time it is, buddy?
I think it's roughly like 5 something.
Not even close. It's 6:45.
Already?
Yeah.
Damn, it's time for my second Waterloo.
You know what time it is? Time for the fucking quote of the day.
Okay.
Today's quote of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by David Parnas.
Who is he?
He's a Canadian engineer.
Okay. He's
Went
alive
to-
now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I did a brief amount of research on
Okay,
him.
Yep. Naturally.
He says artificial intelligence has the same relation to intelligence that artificial flowers have to real flowers.
Okay.
It's a good fucking quote
It's pretty, yeah,
That
that's
makes
pretty
sense.
good, yeah.
because it's saying like fake intelligence, like AI, computers, things like that, can't be compared to actual human thought. You know, because
He's arguing that it can't be compared to it.
no. It's like
But
Because
Are you sure?
Yeah, he uses the analogy of artificial flowers to real flowers,
Right.
two very different things.
Right. Yeah. One's artificial, one's real.
One's fake, one's
But-
real, and they have major differences.
Yeah. But are you sure which one he's advocating for? Because
I don't know if he's advocating for either. He's
Okay,
just
he's just
explaining the difference.
Yeah, I really like that quote because it's like, neuroscientists say that if you're in an environment with flowers, you're gonna be happier.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel better. Now the flowers could be fake or they could be real. That part doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah.
You
But
know what
just
does matter?
seeing them.
The actual health benefits from it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you need plants in here. You have one. Yeah.
I have a lot of fake ones.
Yeah. But with animals and stuff, plants are good.
You think?
Filter the air. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get some real shit.
But yeah, I like that. And that leads me to wonder, like, what about fake memories? Like a narrative that you've been telling yourself that isn't the truth.
In what respect?
In any respect. Like say you have this.
Are you talking about like a photo? Like documentation of a memory as opposed to actually just remembering the moment?
No, like what if you have some false narrative of your childhood? Like something. Say you always thought that your mom kicked you and you fell down the stairs when you were really young.
Okay.
And that's what you think. But say what really happened is your mom slipped and she fell down the stairs and that's it. Let's just say that's it. But if you believe the narrative that your mom kicked you, that's going to change your fucking life, right? Because you're going to be believing that. But that's not exactly the truth. So it's like fake narratives and fake memories can compare just like real memories. Right?
I guess.
You guess?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. I think the bigger statement in the quote is artificial versus organic,
Okay.
as opposed to, real versus altered.
Mm.
Because, like, if, say, someone gets in a horrible accident and half their brain is not functional, but there is technology available to implant the necessary whatever to maintain the brain to a functioning state and keep the person alive, that person then becomes still organic but altered.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I think as far as your comparison goes, I think that's more accurate to that than just going from one extreme to the other.
Yeah. That's what Elon Musk is trying to do, right? Neuralink?
I think so.
Yeah. It's a chip that he's going to plant in your brain. And what it should do is it should fire the same neurons to repair. And he's going to start using it for like neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's.
To hopefully cure them.
But
That'd
then,
be cool.
But then he wants to maybe in the future be like, I can implant a language in you, and you'll know that language.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
But at what point does that become altering?
It's all altering. You're
Yeah.
already altered. You're not a human. You're not a natural human. You take antibiotics. You take medicines. If you break your arm severely enough, you get metal implanted into your body. You wear glasses. You wear contacts. Like you're already an altered. We all are. We're all altered humans. We're not natural. We never were. Not even in conception. Because same with your parents. Right? Like it's like we're not natural.
I guess I could.
So I think people that are
understand
like
that.
so scared of the future with AI and technology of like taking away some natural shit that they think we have, it's like we're not natural. Unless you view anything that any byproduct of nature as natural, this is where I fall in this category. Like skyscrapers and stuff, people like, I want to get into the natural world, right? So they want to go into the country and go into a forest or something. But like technically to me at least, like skyscrapers are natural because every species alters its environment, right? So it's like that's all we're doing here. We're just altering our environment.
I guess it comes down to a perception of every species altering their environment. Does that subjugate other species to
100%.
And that's across the board?
Across the board.
Okay, so then
Life
yes,
is kill or be killed.
Your thought process is
Life is
correct.
do or die. Go unseen unless you're a top predator who no one's gonna fuck with. Right?
Humans.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I like the quote. Good quote.
Thank you.
It's the first quote that I like.
Good. Well, it brings me into this.
Okay.
I literally saw this commercial today,
Okay.
and I thought it was fake. So this company,
Neuro.
I'll start off. I saw this in a fucking Domino's commercial, a Domino's delivery commercial,
Okay.
and they were talking about unmanned vehicles
Mm-hmm.
delivering fucking pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking fake. What the hell? And then I was like, but is it? Because I started thinking about like Amazon using drones to deliver packages and shit. And then I looked this up and found this. So this is an actual company. I haven't done any research on it, so I don't really know what they're doing. But as far as I know, this is a company developing vehicles that are unmanned and able to be
Fully autonomous.
street legal.
They look sick.
That on top, I believe, is a sensor, and there's hatches in the side for the packages, and so in the commercial I saw, Domino's was putting their fucking pizzas in there.
Let me guess. I bet if you look into it, they're testing it only in San Francisco and New York.
Some shit, I don't know, but I didn't know if they were already using it, and supposedly I don't know if they drive on highways. Because that would be kind of like a game changer, right? Because,
yeah.
as far as development goes, developing this vehicle to drive a maximum of 40 miles an hour and to sense all of its surroundings
Mm-hmm.
is one thing. So, it can be highly specialized to notice when there are pedestrians around or bicyclists or
Right.
other vehicles around it at low speeds, so it can make the quick adjustments or the quick stops or whatever it needs to do effectively. Now, if they're trying to program it to be able to drive 60, 70 miles an hour on a highway and not stop on a dime,
Mm-hmm.
that's I feel a much different step as far as programming goes, as far as engineering it and what its capabilities are.
I mean, Tesla's doing that.
Yeah.
Self-driving cars.
But to a certain extent, though, right?
I mean, they're testing fully autonomous. This
Well-
company Nikola's doing it. They're making the big diesel trucks,
yeah,
but they're not diesel because they're fully
electric.
fully electric, fully autonomous. They're saying that's the way of the future, right? Instead of having truck drivers driving across the country,
We're just gonna have trucks automatically do it,
yeah,
which is gonna put a lot of people out of a fucking job.
too many. I think that's one of the number one jobs in the country.
Truck drivers,
Yeah, but
delivery drivers.
this is the way of the future.
Yeah.
Fully autonomous.
So, as opposed to being a delivery driver, you are then going to have people that are operating this vehicle remotely.
Yeah, well, careers are going to be more and more specialized as we get into
100%.
this future.
And I
because
think it's going to start
instead of
causing serious problems.
instead of needing the people to drive that, you're going to need the people that know how to repair those high-level electronic
operate.
vehicles. Yeah, know how to operate, know how to write the programming systems, know how to read it, know how to do all the shit. And it's only something that a few know. It's really
But they're
weird.
going to get paid a fucking lot.
Yeah, well, I know that. I'm not sure if Tesla. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the Tesla's vehicles. The system in it is self-learning, so it catches if it makes an error. That's not to say a crash, but just a judgment error. It learns from
So
that,
it won't do it again.
so it won't ever do that again.
It's fucking crazy.
And not only that, but I think it therefore updates all of the programming systems
so it won't
for all
happen
the
for
cars.
any vehicle.
Right.
That's crazy.
So it's you hear about the random times that Tesla will get in an accident and someone had it on the self-driving mode. But then I mean, if you compare it to human accidents, right? Human error, then they're already very low.
It's just fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's a safe
running
future.
on. It's electric. It's running on zero emissions. And like the reality is, you're right. It is a safer future. Like if you can program cars to drive themselves to get from point A to point B completely efficiently, run completely on electric. If you find out a way to power it, like solar power it, so there's literally no carbon emissions to it.
Yeah.
And these fucking AIs are self-correcting and constantly learning. Like the only thing the human race has to figure out is how to maintain dominance over artificial intelligence.
Well, there's that, and how to not get hacked. Because imagine
that's what I'm saying. How to
being able to hack it.
How to maintain dominance over it. You know?
That's my biggest fear. Like cybersecurity is like
it's fucked.
It's crazy.
Because that's
one of my best friends. He does cybersecurity.
Basically, like the way I view it is, for every tech guy that can work a security job and make sure everything, and this is completely opinion based.
Right.
This holds no fact. Every tech guy that can hold a security job and, create firewalls, create blocking, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There has to be 5 people under the radar that are 10 times as efficient in whatever program is opposite that.
Yeah.
There has to be.
Well, that's what Apple does well. Apple, like, where Apple is superior is the security. Like, they literally, like, it's near impossible to hack an Apple product.
You think?
Yeah. Well, they literally pay people to try to hack them. Like, I think I heard a story. It was like some dude got like $1 million or something.
Because he was able to hack an Apple product.
A way, yeah. So like these companies, they're getting really good, but it's still the fact that people within Apple know the secrets.
Yeah,
they know how, right?
And when reading quotes and reading articles about it, like that is the number one thing that most experts talk about is. It isn't the artificial intelligence you have to be concerned about. It's the people influencing it that you do.
Yes.
It's fucking crazy.
It's really weird. Yeah.
I mean,
but this is cool.
It's always been true, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like this shit's crazy. Like monorails, what's the new fucking they're doing?
The high-speed rail?
Yeah. They just put one in on the West Coast, and it's a thing in like Japan, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think Japan has one.
They're called bullet trains.
Yeah.
Or rocket trains.
Something like that.
One of those two. But these things go like, what, 200 miles an hour on a fucking railway?
Than that. I think it's like 4. Yeah.
Like they go as fast as a fucking plane.
Yeah.
On a fucking railway.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the fucking person in the cockpit or whatever, the pilot seat, he's not even fucking driving it. No, he's a maintenance guy.
Yeah, you can't drive it.
You just sit there and make sure nothing malfunctions.
Yeah,
but these things are programmed so hardcore that they're able to fucking do all this on their own.
I think the one
crazy.
The one in Japan levitates off of the tracks, so it's not on the track.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's fucking insane.
But what I'm saying is like it's so specialized.
100%.
Like for every one person that knows how to do any type of like cybersecurity work, whatever that is, coding or whatever, for every one person, there's probably 10 to 100,000 people that know how to fucking change oil in their car.
Yeah, 100%.
That will never be now, sure, they overlap and everything, but like, what about all the coal miners? What about like all the other people?
Well, you're saying like we'll say there's a team of 5 people that oversee this vehicle.
Right.
That does the work of, we'll say fucking 10 delivery drivers.
Right.
So you have a team of 5 people getting paid this incredible amount of money that are taking away the jobs of 10 people making minimum wage driving delivery.
Yeah. Yeah. And for every one fully autonomous diesel truck, there's a million truck drivers. It's fucking crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm really scared of it. I'm not scared of the technology itself. I'm scared of the outcome that it's going to have on society. Because the only way that I see that it will be a easier transition is something like what Andrew Yang proposes in a universal basic income, where you're giving everyone like a net, like a kind of like a safety net, right? To where like, okay, I could pay my bills and buy groceries. That's it. Right.
But they also, in that scheme, need to have the incentive to move forward. Otherwise, there's no point to have.
Right. And that's kind of what we were talking about earlier, is like some people, like you have the mentality now with your promotion, like, it's cool, but now I have to grind harder.
Yeah.
Right. Like now I have to figure it out.
Yeah.
I have shit to do.
100%.
Like I can't just kick my feet up now. Like this is where I actually need to perform.
But for every one person that thinks like me, there's
10
an
people
equal
that
or
think
greater number.
They're already there. That's it. Right. I put the time in.
I've done what I need to do.
Like I hate when people say that in any profession. I put the time in. Right. I've been here 10 years. Like I deserve the promotion.
We work with someone like that.
Yeah. But it's like, no, you suck. Like you don't deserve the like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
like,
when you give up the mindset of moving
trying.
forward.
You have to keep trying.
100%.
No matter what. And like the only difference, like I was thinking about this the other day, it's like all of my idols, the only difference, none of them are like inherently talented. None of them are like inherently smart. The only fucking difference, not even hard, because like, okay, this is something that like Crystal used to say a lot, like when she had doubts about like, you know, before the promotion and all that. Like it was like, I'm the hardest worker there, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're probably not. And you're probably not the hardest worker, and I'm probably not the hardest worker. Maybe in our stores we are, but like in terms of the company we work for or the profession that we work in. But it's like, the thing is, and we're not the smartest either. But the thing is, we just fucking keep doing it. We keep going. If you just work hard, then eventually you're going to hit a wall. Or eventually you're going to be working hard, but not in the smart direction. And if you keep working smart, then you're not going to have the backing to further you into wherever your direction is. But you have to just keep doing it.
Well, yeah, it's like if you show up to work one day and you work harder than you've ever worked before in your life, and your boss comes up to you and says, "You fucking destroyed this today.
Yes.
I'm considering you for a promotion."
Right.
And then you show up the next day and don't fucking do anything.
Yeah.
Your boss isn't going to come to you and be like, "Well, I guess that's what you do."
Yeah.
I'm still considering. Your boss is going to come up to you and be like, "What the fuck was that?"
But we also see it like we've seen people get promoted. We know them.
Yeah.
We've seen them get promoted, but it's like whether or not they thought, okay, now I could all good. Like now I'll kick my feet up. Right. Or they thought, I'm already the best because I got the promotion. So I can just keep doing what I'm doing. Right. Like they never seem to figure it out.
Yeah.
Those type of people. And those are never the people that end up fucking, who looks up to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sure, they have friends and family that respect them, that like, you know, and they're good people too. Like I think they're great people, but it's like, that's not how you make it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like
it's not the pinnacle.
You got to have something. You got to keep moving. And it's like freedom. I've noticed this in me because I had like 2 months off between jobs, and I had a lot of freedom, and I wasted some of it, although maybe some was well-deserved because I was working fucking 80-hour work weeks.
Yeah, dude, you're working hard.
Yeah, but, like, I don't like freedom in the sense of, like, free time. Like, I will go on a run. I'll go on a hike. I'll fill my time with something productive.
But you don't like just doing nothing.
I hate doing nothing. Like, I hate getting off work. I'm happy we had to come record today because, like, I didn't want to just get off work and go home and then go to sleep and then go to work tomorrow. Yeah. It's like, I fucking hate that shit.
I get it.
Bugs me.
I'm a little different just because, like, I'm fine with, like, if I put in a hard day's work, I'm fine going home and just relaxing and not doing anything. Like, I don't, if I go to work, go home, and don't have anything to do the rest of my day, I'm cool with not figuring out something to do. Like, I can sit here and watch TV or play video games or do whatever and be content.
Yeah, I wish I was like that, man. Like, but for me, it's I think if I did that, it's too tempting. Like, I'll fall into that trap of like getting comfortable there.
That's fair.
But for me, like, the way I have to view things is like what I want to work towards, like this podcast, or like whether it's comedy or whether it's, you know, doing anything in my life, like, you know, getting a mile time down or work. It's like I have to view like how I am at work is a reflection of how I am in my life. You know, like I have to put that type of pressure on it because then I'm performing at my best. Like yesterday I was hungover as fuck. Like, and I showed up to work and I feel like I still did better than everyone else. Right. But it's like, cause I had to mentally prepare, you know, like it's not like I just woke up and strolled into work. Like I literally sat down for 30 minutes before I left my house and I was like, okay, I got to pull my shit together because I'm fucked right now. And I got to be better than all those dummies.
That's fair.
Yeah. But, you know, I call people dummies in that aspect. Like that's like, even on hiking, like if I'm not feeling it, but I know I have to go hiking, I'm like, I got to be better than the dummies.
I think, fucking asshole. I think my thing is like, I do so much. I do so many big things all at once. Like I work a lot. I have the band. Right. I have the podcast. I'm maintaining the relationship. I'm trying to actively see my family or whoever it is, my friends. Like I feel like I do so much dedicated things that when I have the free time, I kind of just enjoy because I'm so actively doing those dedicated things. Like you saw, or my band knows, like when we're trying to schedule things, it's like, hey, let's do it this day. Fuck, I can't. I got to do this. Yeah. Let's do it this day. Fuck, I can't. I'm already committed to this. I already committed to that. I already committed to the, like my schedule is so everywhere that I'm like, fuck, I don't really have the time. Yeah. So when I do get the opportunity to sit here and, you know, and like, I'll typically, I feel like I do things, like I don't just sit here and mindlessly watch TV or mindlessly play video games. Like recently I've been playing a lot of video games that I think we should play and testing them out to see if, you know, whatever it is. Well, it's through
the lens of developing something.
Yeah. And then like when we have videos, I like to edit them and I like to get them done. Yeah. But like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think everyone just needs to have something. And I'm scared that if this happens, like a lot of people are not going to have anything. They can't handle the freedom of having nothing because what they're going to do with it is not healthy.
I agree.
You know? And I mean, you see it in America already, I feel like.
I agree.
Like a lot of the people that have the most free time are the people that don't end up doing anything with it. Yeah, no?
Yeah, man.
But let's end this on a fucking high note. You're not one of those people, my friend.
Neither are you.
Thanks. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Why, thank you.
Cheers to you guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us on the 10th episode of the Renegade Shopping Cart Program.
That's right, number 10.
Ending it with a bang.
That's right.
This is the Renegade Shopping Cart Program.
If you like what you saw or heard, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz.
Like, share,
follow us.
Swipe up, swipe sideways, swipe down, pull down your pants.
Jesus Christ, leave a comment on any form of media that we're on. Email us, direct message us, do whatever you need to do to contact us. Let us know how we did, what you guys want to hear, what you guys want us to do.
That's right, everybody. We will see you guys later.
From Anthony Minsky, this is Jason Rudrud. We are Renegade Shopping Cart. Adios.